If I lost everything I know today and I had to learn AI from scratch, I would ignore almost everything on YouTube. Seriously. Let me guess. You've watched AI videos. You've seen people talking about ChatGPT, AI agents, automation, prompt engineering, coding assistants, and the thing is, instead of getting the feeling of excitement, you felt overwhelmed because suddenly it seems like there are hundreds of AI tools, you know, thousands of tutorials, and everyone online is acting like, you are already behind. You get that kind of feeling. So today, here's what I want to tell you: you are not behind. Yeah, you're just trying to learn AI the wrong way. If I lost everything I know today and I had to learn AI from scratch, I would ignore almost everything on YouTube. Seriously. Because the biggest mistake beginners make isn't learning too slowly, but it's trying to learn everything at once. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I would learn AI from zero without feeling overwhelmed. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you a 4-week plan on how I will learn AI from scratch, if I was starting all over again. Okay, so if this is what you're interested in, I'll urge you to stay to the end of this video so that you get the full and complete gist. Basically, I think we've made AI really look difficult than it really is. That's it, because every day there is a new AI tool, a new model, a new update, and a must-use app. Every day when you open your YouTube, this is what you mostly see. Okay, so you see you see creators saying something like, you need this, you need that, you will fall behind, and no wonder beginners feel stuck. But here is the truth: you need to become comfortable using it. That's a completely different goal. You get, nobody learned every feature before using one. you know People learned by doing. Okay, so AI works the same way. You learn by doing, and you don't learn everything at once. Okay, you take it step by step. So I'm going to give you a rundown of the different steps that you can use to learn this thing um the easy way. All right, that won't get you overwhelmed. Step one, I will say, stop chasing tools. Yeah, if I was starting today, I wouldn't spend weeks comparing tools. That's a complete waste of time. That's a trap. Most beginners think success comes from finding the perfect AI tools, but that's not the case. It doesn't. Success comes from solving real problems. That's where your focus should be, at solving real problems. Okay. So instead of asking what's the best AI, ask what's slowing me down. Most beginners completely leave out this next step, and it really slows them down. And to that is bring us to step two, which is learn one workflow, not 10 tools. Learn one workflow, not 10 tools. Now, this is where most people, or most beginners, burn out. They try to learn writing, they try to learn coding, they try to learn image generation, they try to learn automation, they try to learn video editing, they try to learn prompt engineering, all in the same week, instead of picking one workflow. For example, you say, I want AI to help me create YouTube videos. That's enough. Learn how AI can help you find ideas, organize your thoughts, improve your scripts, brainstorm titles. Once that feels natural, you move to the next workflow. Small wins build confidence, okay? And confidence builds momentum, all right? This next step completely changed the way I would learn AI. if I'm starting from scratch. And this step is what I call ask better questions. This is very important. Here's something nobody told me. Okay? AI isn't just about getting answers, it's about learning how to ask better questions. Most beginners ask, tell me about marketing. You just say, tell me about marketing. That's basically too vague. All right, it's too broad. You need to streamline it down. So instead, you ask, what are the three biggest mistakes new YouTubers make when trying to grow an audience? You see the difference now. The other one is very fake. The other one is streamlined. All right. So the quality of your question shapes the quality of your learning. All right. And honestly, that's a skill that will help you far beyond AI. This next step is very important because it makes you to participate, to practicalize. And that is step 4. We're talking about build. You need to build and don't just watch. All right? This is where most people get stuck. They consume. Learn not to be a consumer alone, but also a producer. They don't create. You watching AI videos feels watching AI videos feels productive, okay? But it is not the same as using AI. Don't get it twisted. Let me take that again. You're watching AI videos and it feels productive. But what I'm telling you today is don't confuse it with with actually using AI, because those two things are two different things. All right? So um you must build, okay? If you watch 10 tutorials and never apply them, you still feel like the thing is you still feel like a beginner, honestly speaking. The person that actually watched and practicalized is far better than you, okay? Because it's practicalizing, and as you practicalize, like when you do and you make mistake, you correct yourself. It's better than just watching and doing nothing. All right. So instead, every time you learn a new idea, use it immediately. Solve a real problem. Learning sticks when it is connected to action. That is, when you take action, when you make those mistakes, when you go out there and do something, it's better than learning theory. That's when you practicalize stuff. It sticks better rather than only watching and just watching and consuming. All right. So you should be able to build, practicalize, make mistakes, and figure it out. All right. Then you ask questions where you're confused or where you got stuck, and that's how you get better. All right. So let's move on to the next important step, which is step 5, and which is ignore the hype. Right. Let's be honest. AI content can be exhausting. That's just the truth. Every week there's a headline saying this changes everything. You know, most of the time it doesn't. you know, the people making real progress aren't chasing every update. They are quietly building skills. What you should remember is this: tools change, principles don't. Okay, so if you learn how to think clearly, ask better questions, and solve problems, you will adapt to whatever AI looks like next year. You get, so this roadmap is what I'll follow if I was to start all over again. All right. So for week 1, I will learn what AI is. That's week 1, and what it isn't. Learn what it is and what it isn't. Use that week to learn anything about AI. All right. At least you should know what you want to use. Know what you want to use. All right. So let's move to week 2. For week 2, I will use AI to solve real problems every day. That's taking action. That's that building. Or use AI to solve one real problem every day. That's taking action. That's building. You cannot finish learning. Learning is, see, one thing is, is learning is a lifelong process. As long as you're alive, you keep learning. So you must be able to apportion a time frame for learning first, so that you don't lose out on the whole stuff. Because learning is continuous. You learn even on a normal job, you learn on the job. You learn while doing the job, all right? So it's the same thing here. So with 3, I'll build one repeatable workflow. That's with 3. I'll build one repeatable workflow. With 4, I'll start using AI in work, studies, or in business consistently. I will start using it consistently in whatever field of activity I find myself, because there's an AI tool for whatever thing you are doing. There's an AI tool for that. So that's it. No pressure to master everything. No chasing every new tool. Just steady progress. If you look at from week 1 to week 4, all right? The biggest advantage in AI isn't being the smartest person. So you don't need to know everything. You just need to know enough to solve the next problem in front of you. That's that step by step. The next problem in front of you. Know enough to solve the next problem in front of you. The problem is we are overseeing everything. That's part of the problem. You're seeing everything. That's why you're overwhelmed. Right? And once you realize that, AI stops feeling overwhelming. It starts feeling empowering. And that's how it should actually feel. It should empower you. It should give you leverage. Right? So if this video helped you simplify AI, I would like you to subscribe if you are yet to. All right? And I'm also planning a live Q&A where I'll be answering beginners AI question, clear up common misconception, and help you build your own learning roadmap. You get? So do well to subscribe if you're yet to, and please turn on the notification button, and so you don't miss out on, so you'll be the first to get notified on the next video coming out. And I'll see you in the next video.